That's true. That's true.
It is, I would agree. It is indeed true. It's damn true. Anyway, this is your Impact Wrestling review for 6/22/2017, and my computer's going dead, but the charger's right beside me, so I'll plug it up eventually. Um, or I'll just let it go dead and make Casey just being here all alone. That sounds like. Anyway, um, I don't know about you, but I'm curious about your opinion on this. For some reason, I feel like these shows in India have been somewhat underwhelming. Like, I think they were hyped up so much, and maybe I don't think it's necessarily the matches have been bad. I think there has been a lot more segments, and it seems like there's been matches. But two, I feel like it's been underwhelming because some of the matches have felt like they were just random and just kind of thrown on the show because they needed to fill time. Do you have any like overall thoughts on the shows in India so far? Like, have you been as underwhelmed as I have kind of been?
Kind of. Um, Also, I feel like the only thing I don't like is like they're going to India, and obviously, like you said, it feels like a lot of the matches are just thrown together, and the show is thrown together. But also, this is like the only time they're really pushing Mahabali Shera, and they're basically pushing. Like, they're booking him kind of like a John Cena, where he fights back from all the odds. Except tonight, they like had everybody kill him, and I was like, bro, you need to calm down with that. But like, as soon as they go back to the impact zone, they're not going to do anything with him. I feel like they're going to push him in India, and then as soon I feel like they're probably going to do that with Sanjay Dutt too. As soon as they get out of India, they're going to go back to just average, guys on the roster, which kind of sucks. But
Yeah, we started the show with that Sanjay Dutt video package. Speaking of Sanjay Dutt, which I liked. It had a little interview in it as well, which I liked too. Kind of made it, kind of completed it. I felt like the interview did a good job of kind of completing the whole video package of him winning the title and kind of how happy he was and all of that. And it set up his celebration that he'd have a little bit later on tonight. But it was a pretty good video package. And then we had, just in case you don't have any thoughts on the video package, we had the first Sienna Laurel backstage thing where she was trying to get her focus, and Laurel was cracking me up with the focus. Like, bruh. She was cracking me up so much. But Casey, any thoughts on the video package or the Laurel and Sienna segment?
it was a good video package. Definitely happy that he finally won the title, even though I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a very long run, like I was saying before. But I love the Laurel and Cena backstage segment. You need to focus. But what are you gonna do when I'm gone? Focus. And I was done. But then when I don't know if you noticed this, when Sienna left, all of a sudden Laurel just got real serious, and I'm like, I was expecting like some sort of like snap or something, and it just nothing happened. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Next we had now these Sony 6 trophy matches. I can't always remember the name of because they're so long. Um, so I'm gonna make it up and hope I got it right. We had the Sony 6-way X Division elimination match for the. I guess it's the Sony 6, the Sony 6-way X Division elimination match trophy. The match was for the trip. I don't know, but I'm not necessarily opposed to these trophies. I know Casey doesn't necessarily like matches for trophies anymore, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm not necessarily opposed to these trophies because, especially considering we know that like something might actually happen from these trophies, at least with the X division, not necessarily with Shira, but we know that Matt Sydal is probably going to be somewhere near the title here soon. So I was excited for this match, and I felt like Matt Sydal was going to win. He's kind of felt like the only logical person. Like, obviously, you got Davey Richards and Eddie was doing their own thing. You got Trevor Lee, who just jobbed out last freaking week, which frustrates me. You got Trevor Lee jobbing out last week and then making it to the finals in this match. Inconsistencies. You got Suicide, who's just kind of there, and you got Braxton Sutter, who's a little bit more tied up with the Alley, Congo Kong, KM storyline than anything. And just now, we got to welcome in Rabbit. Rabbit's here now. DJ, Casey, and Rabbit now. I forgot to introduce anyone. Anyway, eventually I'll remember. I'm just gonna have like a little like ribbon on my finger to say introduce everyone, and then I'll remember. But
you're still gonna forget.
True. But I mean, I thought the match was good. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe it was just me, and maybe it was just the way I watched it or something. I didn't feel like there was as much high flying as we're used to in an X Division match. Like, it felt like there was, even though it was a 6-person match, and you expect a whole bunch of high flying, there wasn't as much as I expected. And maybe it was because Andrew Everett wasn't in this match, which I also felt kind of weird to me. I was also kind of not confused and not upset that he wasn't in the match, but I was kind of like, surprised. But this was a good match, though. I like the style of this match with the elimination. I thought it was nice. This match lasted like 30 minutes. It was like 30 minutes into the show, but it was a good match. And just because Rabbit just kind of popped in, I wanted to say this one more time. I like these trophy matches just because I feel like for some reason they've made them feel like they're really big with the whole presentations and all the little stuff around the trophies. I feel like they've made these trophies feel like they're really something important, even though they're really small. But I don't know. Matt Sydal wins, and I think it's actually a good thing. He wins with a shooting star press over Trevor Lee. Still don't understand why Trevor Lee was in the final two after jobbing out to, who was it last week? Shera? Was it Shera? Who did you job out to last week, Casey? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
It was freaking somebody you shouldn't have jobbed out to. I know that. It wasn't Shera either. It was like an X Division match, but
Shark Boy.
It wasn't Shark Boy. But Casey, thoughts on the beginning of the show, the match?
It was
the Sony 6 elimination X Division match. The 6 thoughts on the match.
I'm pretty sure it was Curdy, man. I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's my man.
I don't have a problem necessarily with trophies or winning trophies for matches if you actually do something with it. Like if they win the trophy and that like gets them a title shot, or if it actually gives them something. If it's just a trophy to give them a trophy and be like, hey, we made trophies, then I don't really care. But I was confused. Like, are all the divisions going to have these Sony 6-person whatever matches and just get a trophy? Like, are they going to defend these trophies? Like, it's just confusing to me. And I think I said this to DJ the other day. I still think that Davey Richards should come out with the CZW heavyweight title and the Southside Wrestling Speed King Championship, because he has both of those titles.
Wasn't it weird to see him without Angelina Love this week? Like, yeah. I thought it was weird to not see them attached at the face.
Yeah. But I feel like he's the only guy who doesn't bring out like other titles that he has, and I'm like, why? Like, you're the CZW champion. Like, you take light tubes for a living. That's what you do. I don't think he ever took one though. But
smart man.
Good match. I would have personally replaced Suicide with Caleb Conley and not Caleb Conley in the Suicide outfit, because why is Suicide here? Why? Davey Richards, he took a freaking brainbuster on a steel chair. The CZW champion. Okay, Combat Zone champion taking the chair with he did. I wasn't necessarily surprised that Matt Sydal won. I think they've been, pushing him pretty well since he, came into. I don't have I'm not really upset about. But like I said, I'm just confused about, are these trophies going to get them anything? Are these trophies actually going to, elevate them? Or is it just going to be like the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal where, hey, you have the trophy for like 2 weeks and then you fall back into the mid card again? Like, that's the only thing that frustrates me about these, trophies anymore, is it feels like, except for like maybe like promotions in Japan, it feels like when American promotions do trophies in wrestling matches, anywhere, like they don't, there's no prestige to it. But definitely a good match. I liked it.
Rabbit, I guess as you give your thoughts on the match, I had posed the question to Casey. Did he feel like these the shows from India have been a little bit underwhelming? And I said yes. Casey said yes. I was curious about your thoughts on that and on the first match. Or any thoughts from last week, since you couldn't make it last week. Where you at, though? Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Here you go. Hold up, wait.
Low-key.
I heard it.
Low-key, you there?
I heard him. I think I heard him for a second. Rabbit. We ain't gonna never get Rabbit's thoughts on the India shows. I think he in India. That's what it is.
Oh, you got that bad yeah. The India, they got the bad Wi-Fi up in India. That's what that is.
India. But okay. I guess we gonna move on, and then when he comes back, we'll get his thoughts on all the stuff that, if I even remember all the stuff. We had the Rockstar Spud. He was just kind of, perusing around a little bit, kind of exploring, sightseeing in India. And this man, like, he noticed that there was really nobody looking at him, and he was trying to figure out what they were looking at. And it was Swaggle was in there doing, he was having a good old time. And then they saw each other. They had this whole little stare down face off thing. And then another little person came and kind of broke up the fight, which I was kind of confused about because I thought the little person was going to turn on Spud, but he didn't. And I didn't understand why he was there. And the grandma took Spud's camera. There was a lot going on in the segment. I'm not going to lie. There was a lot going on. But before we get any farther into the segment, Rabbit, do you have any thoughts on the first match? And do you feel like these shows have been kind of underwhelming? I don't know if you heard my question back when.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah.
Right. No, I'm with Casey on this. Why is Suicide here? Once we need to have an investigation on what is Suicide doing here, man. But other than that, I ain't like this match at all. It was just something about the match was, I don't know. It was just sluggish, like slow or something. I don't know. But I like some spots in it where, like when Ed was winning for the Suicide Dive, my man sidestepped him, and he went face first into the pole, and I like that. That was cool. Then my man did that brain buster out there on the outside on that chair. It was nasty. And that was nasty. And then Trevor Lee got that nice stomp to it. I like that way he come up on that stomp. There's too many people stomping. There's too many people doing super kicks in one promotion. Just over the top. But that standing flip, that Sadell do, that body press, I like that, man. That standing flip joint, I like that. But other than that, the match itself is just, it was just too sluggish. Like it was, everybody was just pieced together. Everybody was doing their own thing. Yeah, I ain't like that match at all. But the match before that, when he had what's his name? When he was in there with KB, I think, right?
Yeah.
It was KB?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, this man about 400 pounds, man. Come on. He went all the way across the whole ring.
I know what you're talking about. That was later, right? Sure.
That was before that was the first match, right?
No, the X Division match was the first match.
All right, bet.
All right. I was curious about too your thoughts on. Have you felt like the shows in India have been underwhelming a little bit, or no?
Yeah, except for when it first started off, it was kind of hype with it. But I think yeah, I kind of agree with it. It started getting kind of. I said about this match right there. It was kind of sluggish. It's something. It don't have no umph in it. It's something. You know what I'm saying? I expected it to be more electrifying and more excited and more. You know, it's just something missing. I hope it ain't like that at Slammiversary.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Then what was next? We had it was the Spud and the Swaggle segment. Casey, any thoughts on that?
I love it. I just I love I love Spud walking around with a selfie stick, and he goes to the lady. He's like, "Hold this," and then she runs off with it. I was like, "He's like, that's my phone." I was like, "Bro, it's so good. They just need to keep doing these. Like, I don't even care if it's serious or not. Just do them. They're funny." But yeah, definitely a good segment. I like it.
All right, Rabbit. Rabbit, do you have any thoughts on the
I think he's gone again.
Swaggle Spud? Casey, we got Joseph Park and Jeremy Borash. Bruh, how they gonna put two funny segments back to back like this? Like, how they gonna do that though? I don't understand how they gonna do that though. Casey, did you have any thoughts on the segment? It was freaking hilarious.
I just love JB going, "We ain't going out like that." I was like, and then the segment later on with the pool, I was like, but how that get you ready for no? Like, how that? I don't understand. I'm confused. But yeah, definitely a funny segment. I like it.
Rabbit, do you have any thoughts on the Swaggle Spud segment?
Yeah, man. I gotta agree, man. I think when he handed the old lady the selfie stick and she ran off, he called her a thieving old witch. Thieving old witch. Funny, man. He's a funny dude, yeah. All these segments with Spud and my man, it's funny, man. It ain't even had nothing to do with wrestling for real. And then the little man that came in the end, I don't know who is he a wrestler?
I don't know.
He come in and break it up. And then your man looking in the camera like you know what I'm saying, what's next? It's over the top, but it's just funny. You know what I'm saying? So it's all right for now, but eventually got turned into some type of wrestling.
All right. Then we had the Joseph Park Jeremy Borash segment. Rabbit, do you have any thoughts on that?
Oh, again, more funny stuff. Cause it was funny when my man did the flip while he was in the water, and had the camera on my man JB face. He's like, I want to do it too. He came and did that flip right in his face, man. It was funny, man. Them two funny too. JB had both of them is funny, man. I like that segment too.
And Trevor Lee faced Braxton Sutter last week. Not that Braxton Sutter shouldn't beat him, but he just jobbed out so they could promote the Allie, the match that's coming up, the Allie and Rosemary match versus Sienna and Laurel. That's what my issue was with that last week. But speaking of the match I just mentioned, Allie and Rosemary versus Sienna and Laurel, they had this whole thing where Allie came out and she was, still trying to figure out if Rosemary was going to be there. They also had a backstage segment before this with her kind of, kind of psyching herself up, but kind of taking herself out and psyching herself up and going. She was kind of going back and forth, which was funny. But I like Rosemary coming from under the ring. I like that because it kind of, you know, oh, is she gonna come? Is she obviously she's probably gonna come, but is she gonna come? Uh, I love Laurel kind of on her way to get her revenge on Allie, and she was so like excited in her Laurel way. Um, I also loved Allie in this match when she got like, I think it was either her hot tag, I think it was her hot tag. She did her hot tag, or it was either Rosemary had attacked somebody, and she just started jumping up and down after she got finished, and it was hilarious. And it kind of was her just doing so many good things with her character as well. KM would come in and distract them with whatever Allie comes out with. I don't know if it's even a real weapon, but he came out with it like it, you know, like it could hurt somebody. And Sienna and Laurel end up getting the win after Laurel hits the curb stomp, which I'm glad she uses that move. Hits the curb stomp on Rosemary. And this was actually the first time Rosemary's been pinned, which I actually didn't realize. Casey, thoughts on Rabbit? Bruh.
Oh yeah, that Rabbit match.
You know, thoughts on that Rabbit match, though? That Rabbit match.
I liked it. They did finally confirm. They did finally confirm that the GFW Women's Championship and the TNA Knockouts Championship will be unified at Slammiversary, which, as we expected. I loved Allie's reaction when Rosemary came out from underneath the ring. She gets so excited. But I definitely like this match. I like that we are slowly getting to see Allie actually wrestle. You know, so that's definitely a good thing. I just felt like, you know, it didn't feel that like, I don't know. They said this was the first time that Rosemary had been pinned in TNA or in Impact so far, but it didn't feel that built up to me for some reason. Like for something like that, it didn't. I wasn't like, oh my god. It just kind of, it didn't feel as built up as it should have been, at least to me. But definitely a good match. I liked it.
Rabbit?
I ain't like the match at all, but I love seeing Shorty Ali character involved, and I love her clotheslines for somebody that character is learning, but her clothesline was stiff. Unlike Rosemary, when she came from under the ring, she clotheslined the weakest clotheslines, man. I don't know. She always been doing it. I thought it might have been that 1 week, but she been doing that all the time with these weak clotheslines and punches and stuff. Man, I don't like that. Ali clotheslines way more stiff, way more thump in them. You know what I'm saying? So her clothesline was 1 point, and she a character that's supposed to be learning on a job. You know what I'm saying? And Rosemary clotheslines was some nonsense. So, and I like Sienna suplex in it too. It was nasty. I got a problem with them calling Van Dam. They keep calling her Hot Mess. Now, the last person I known that was Hot Mess was my baby, Taryn Terrell, right? So now all of a sudden JB is calling her Hot Mess. I got a problem with that, JB. You know? We don't want to do that. But on the other hand, it fits the character. So I like it for those. So other than that, the fact that that's my girl name, the Hot Mess. She had the song and everything, Hot Mess song and all that. But that's another story for another day. You know, the fact that she doing the curve stomp, it's a problem, man. Everybody is stomping. Everybody's stomping. They finish the stompers on here, man. It's getting carried away. They gotta have more control on people finishers. It's either a super kick or a stomp for everybody finish. It's getting ridiculous. They gotta have way more control on that. But as far as the females, not too many females doing curve stomps. But you got low key coming off stomping. You got Lee stomping. You got everybody around stomping. You know, you gotta get some control on this. But finally, they unified, like you said, Casey, like you've been saying for weeks and weeks. They got to be unifying, and they ain't had no storyline talking about unifying at all. It just pops up. Oh yeah, Slammiversary 15, we're gonna unify. It's like what? You know? Come on, man. It's like sloppiness at its best, you know. But just like you said, Casey, something they had to do from the beginning. I don't know why the storyline wasn't that from the beginning. It just throws it in. It's nonsense, man. But I'm glad they're unifying because it doesn't make sense to have a world because there's only one world. You know, see the world champ is the same globe as the last thing I checked. You know, so yeah, glad they're getting that out of the way. DJ.
I did notice, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but, and I don't know if it was just a botched curb stop, but it looked like almost a modified one because she did it more like on her back and not necessarily on the back of her head.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a safer way of doing it or what.
I wasn't sure if they had her do it that way because, I mean, I definitely would be supportive of that. Because I think, you know, especially with like a guy like Seth Rollins, if he did it like that, I think, you know, the fans would be happy that the curb stomp is back and it's more of a safer way to do it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of safer, well, not really. We had LAX.
Oh yeah, they safe. Yeah, they real safe.
You know, they was you know putting their hands in people's safes. You know, just saying. They was in the clubhouse at first. You know, they was kind of talking about you know going to different independent promotions and you know taking out these tag teams and then taking the some money out the bank accounts and everything. And I like this. I kind of like this. I was wondering kind of how close this would be to the Expedition of Gold because it was very kind of similar. As far as from the video package we saw, I think it was it last week? I think, if I'm not mistaken, when they were kind of previewing it. But I liked it. I liked them kind of just being LAX and attacking people and just beating people down and then taking the monies. I like that. Even Casey's monies that he given WWE.
Yeah, they more monies too. They
But I liked it, and then I thought it was funny at the end. Diamante was like, "I'll take her with me." Like I just thought that was funny. It just cracked me up. Casey, you got any thoughts on the LAX expedition of not gold but money?
And yeah, the expedition of my monies, because they want my monies, and to be honest, if they put out a good enough shirt, they can have my monies. I'm just saying. But yeah, I definitely like this. Like I said last week, I'm definitely interested in it. Anytime you work with another promotion that helps a smaller promotion kind of get exposure, I'm definitely supportive of that. I was trying to see, what promotions they actually did go to. I couldn't tell. I was trying to look at like the turnbuckles or like the signs or anything like that, but the camera angles you couldn't really see, which kind of I thought was weird. I mean, if you're gonna work with other promotions, at least show exactly what promotion they're going to. But I definitely like this. I hope they kind of do some sort of storyline with it. But yeah, definitely I liked it.
All right, Rabbit.
Yeah, it was all right. I like the fact that they champs. I mean, they had the titles, both of them. You know what I'm saying? And I want Eli Drake, and what's his name, Adonis. Yeah. I want to see them two tag team too, man. I think those two, and I want Lashley and EC3 to tag team. I think that right there will make the tag team division more stiffer for the moment. You know what I'm saying? So I think I want to see more EC3 and Lashley together. But that's tough for later. But I want to see more tag teams get developed. And I like these two. I like the LAX though. I just like LAX and what they bring. I just don't like my man Conan in the joint so much. But other than that, I like him.
All right. Next we had the Sanjay Dutt celebration. Bruh, this man was getting it when he was coming to the ring. Even when he got in the ring, the man was getting it. I was like, bruh, this man, he got some moves out here. Like I almost started dancing myself. So I mean, in the moves category, in the dancing category, he beat Jinder Mahal. I will give him that. In the rug category, they could have got the man a bigger rug now. The man just, I mean, he barely could move around on the dog, bro. But I like this though. I thought it was good. He talked in Hindi a nice little bit, and I didn't know what he was saying. I was like, bro, what you saying? And then I also noticed tonight that the ring announcer was announcing more in Hindi, I guess, than he usually is, because I didn't know half the words he was saying. But Mahabali Share was there, which was nice. You know, he didn't have his trophy though. I'm just saying, like, where the trophy at? Where the trophy at? You just won it last week. You can't lose it that quick. Low-key would come out and ruin the celebration. But I mean, he would give him his props. You know, he would give him the credit he deserves and all of that stuff. But you know, basically, he just won his match. He won his rematch that he is owed, that he wants, but that he is owed, that he had to ask Sanjay Dutt for.
Wait, what?
That he is owed.
What's this man trying to say?
I was trying to say that Loki wants the match that he has to get approval from Sanjay Dutt to get, but it's already in his contract that he got the match. Anyway,
how that work though?
Because you already got a doggone match in your doggone. You know how you the champion and you lose and you get the rematch clause? That's what that is.
But then why he have to ask for it if he already got it though?
That's what I'm saying. He was on the TV screen asking for it now, won't he?
But why are you doing that if he already got it though?
I don't know. Ask him. Tweet him.
I ain't got it. I ain't got that right now. But I'm asking.
That One World Warrior. Tweet him. But I like this though. Loki would then attack both Shera and Sanjay Dutt. No chill at all. like he said, Shera, bruh, you can't take me. Sanjay Dutt, you can't take me. And he would proceed to Warrior's Way. Mahabali Shera's ribs out of him because he was almost dead coming into the next match. But I like this though. Matt Sydal came and saved the day, but he really just was kind of there. He really didn't do anything. He was just like, bruh, what are you doing? Bruh. I mean, that's pretty much it. But
he actually said that. Those were words that he actually said.
Bruh. I'm just saying, like no, get down, bruh. But Casey, you got any thoughts on the I almost said the Jinder Mahal celebration. The Sanjay Dutt celebration.
I need to know who did the Indian Championship celebration better? Was it Jinder Mahal or was it Sanjay Dutt? I mean, I think we need to see a side by side.
We do. We need to see a side by side. We need to compare them.
Yeah, we need to judge on them. We need the expert in Indian Championship celebrations with us, you know, to kind of dissect all of the movements and all of the dancing. You know, I think because as for the decorations, I think, you know, Sanjay, he won. But you know, WWE, they go all out. So Jinder, you know, he got all the peoples. I don't know.
Well, also, I mean, he had all but Sanjay had all the peoples, you know, when he was outside the arena. I mean, he even had his own little band he wrote in, his own little buggy thing.
That's kind of cheating because he in India though.
Nah, that's going all out right there.
Like, you got all the people because he's
with this man to India. That's going all out right there.
That. But anyway, you know, but one of them is a heel and one of them is a face, so that kind of, you know, that you got to take that in consideration too. You know, what time was it in India? What time was it, you know, in the United States when they did different? You know, it's all the, you know, what was it, a full moon? You know, was it? I don't know what any of that has to do with it, but you know.
All right, Rabbit. I'm assuming he's done, Rabbit.
In fact, I love this segment, man. I love the way my man came out the joint. In fact, that I ain't talked to y'all last week. I was pissed off that he lost from the beginning. So when he came out, I thought he was going to automatically just go rush him. But I love the segment because he made points that, look, you walked in, I gave you a championship shot just off the knowing you off these years. You know what I'm saying? So you owe me one. Even though they didn't even have to do that anyway, he's supposed to get a rematch anyway. So it was kind of a waste of time. But I like the way he came out and told straight up, I gave you a shot off the, you know what I'm saying, off the humble.
See, in case
you know, so that was cool. That was cool though. The way he said, way he explained that to him though, that was cool because it made it clear that, you know what I'm saying, I ain't here to, you know what I'm saying, to do nothing. I'm just here to talk. But then my man said he been trying to get the X-Division title for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? He said he been there since the beginning, and he been trying all this time to get it, and he finally got it. And I like his little celebration too. It was a nice little celebration. It was cool.
All right, next we had the Mahabali Shera match versus KM, who you should not call a liar. I have never in my life seen doctors work so hard to keep a superstar from getting to the ring. Bruh, these Indian doctors, we need them everywhere. Cause they don't ever work this hard. Like in America, they be like, you break away one time, they're like, okay, bye. Good luck. Like that's it. These Indian doctors like, nah, bruh, you know, your ribs, man. Your ribs, you gotta make sure you can compete for Slammiversary, man. Come on, we trying to look out for you. You went on native country and all this, but nah. Nah, the American doctors be like, you better go into the ring. We ain't clear you, but we don't care. This ain't our match. But I like this match. I like this match, but it was kind of short, in my opinion. I felt like, bruh, KM in the ring is just kind of he's just kind of there to me. I love KM as a character. I love the you called me a liar stuff. Like I like it a lot, but I feel like I don't know if we've seen enough or what. But like, especially in this match, he was kind of there. He was the basically the the bully to the underdog story in this match. Shera ended up winning with the Sky High, obviously, coming back from injury and all that in his hometown. Because duh, of course they would do that. But you know, it was okay. I just felt like for some reason KM is just kind of there in the ring, and it kind of sucks. But Casey, thoughts on KM versus Mahabali Shera? Your Sony 6 Invitational Gauntlet match trophy winner.
Yeah, where the trophy at though? You know, these doctors that they got over there, why are they going all out? Like, I have never in my life watched a wrestling show and seen doctors come out with stethoscopes and white medical coats. I'm like, bruh, this is a wrestling show. Why? This ain't ER. What is this?
They like that announcer, bruh. They like that announcer. They ain't gonna stop.
They going all out. They don't care that it's a show. They selling for real. But I do agree. You know, the KM character is a great heel, but in ring, it's just kind of like, yeah. You gonna do anything? You're like, nah, okay.
Did you see how bad he sold that Sky High?
Oh, it was terrible.
That dude almost set up like Undertaker.
I thought he was going to, and I'm like, no.
Oh, Rabbit, thoughts on KM versus Shera? I'm sure you hate this match because you hate Shera too.
I couldn't take it. It was terrible. It was the worst. Then, first of all, it showed you early when it started off that it was in a foreign country. Off the break, as soon as you looked up, it was like, where we at? As soon as you see a doctor grabbing somebody from the back, what's this again? Wait, that would never happen, man. You can't go out there. You can't. It's there's no in between you running back out there and all that stuff. That was crazy. That was some crazy stuff. But the KM, like you said, little mini vignettes was cool. It was on spot. But when he get in the ring, it's just all like it's unplugged. It's like he bland. You know what I'm saying? It's half the time I forgot he was eating Nick. You know? So I don't even know what that was all about. And only thing that saved this whole thing.
Congo Kong.
Exactly. If he ain't come in, this would have been the worst disaster ever.
Yeah, so
my man came down that joint, man, came from the top of the rope. All the way over. Nope, not just the middle. He went to the other corner. 400 pounds. Then he came in and gave my man them body shots. Uppercuts to the body in the ring. Man, Congo Kong, dog. Man came flying over that joint, man. It was like Cam was not even in his match. I don't even know where he was at. One man flew. I didn't know he gonna fly all the way over there like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Man.
Yeah, I did forget about
that was on point.
I did forget about Congo Kong coming in at the end, which I was hyped about. Because at first I was kind of upset because I would have rather seen Congo Kong versus Cher, even though obviously Cher would have had to win, so that would have been dumb. But I thought Congo Kong was not here, and I was like, bro, they need to fly this man to India.
I want to see. I want to see another. That's another tag team I would like to see. KM and just tag, you know, those tag teams, and then plus Lashley. I like those two combos like that. You know.
Oh yeah. We also had that second Josh Matthews segment, not Josh Matthews, but Jeremy Borash and Joseph Park segment. Rabbit had already given his thoughts. Casey, did you have any more additional thoughts on that?
No.
All right. Well, I did like how freaking Scott Steiner's face kept popping up in kept popping up, I guess, in Joseph Park's mind. That was funny as he was jumping into the pool. I thought that was funny. Next we had the Chris Adonis and
don't forget about Sanjay Dutt, the 2 out of 3 falls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He did. I'm gonna be excited. That's what I'm talking about. Remember, I was telling you about we need to see that in the X division.
Yeah.
The part. This is. Oh man, I can't even wait.
The match that set for Slammiversary is gonna be 2 out of 3 falls, which I'm excited about too. And they should have a number one contenders match inside the Ultimate X. Well, underneath the Ultimate X, technically.
Yes.
Technically inside. It's still got the structures on this. Anyway, we had Moose announcing his partner, but before he come out, Eli Drake and Chris Adonis came out first. Chris Adonis tried to talk, but Eli Drake taught him a lesson. Eli Drake, the king of promos, like all the time, bro. I don't know what it is. He don't even gotta say anything, and he's still like I gotta listen. I gotta listen to this man. This man need to be world champion. I'm just saying. I like that they called out Moose. Moose came out, and obviously like, and I thought it was funny how Josh Matthews said, or it was either Jerry Borash or Josh Matthews. I can't remember which one it was, but they were like, "Oh, I would have never expected that." And I'm like, bro, I expected that like 5 weeks ago when y'all announced D'Angelo Williams was gonna be a wrestler. Like I knew it from the very beginning. Moose announced that D'Angelo Williams was gonna be his partner. I like that they showed the little video package of him kind of talking about, you know, being in wrestling and taking bumps and stuff like that. Like I definitely like that. I'm interested to see how this is gonna go. I want to see, obviously, D'Angelo Williams get into the ring, but it does protect him a little bit more that he's teamed up with someone else. So then they can kind of, if he has, you know, obviously he's going to have some flaws being his first match. They can kind of hide them a little bit. But I'm curious to see how it's going to go. Like, I'm curious to see kind of how it's going to go and if he's going to stick with it or if he's gonna go back to playing in the NFL, because I'm assuming he's probably gonna play out his career in the NFL and maybe go into wrestling afterwards. I'm not sure. But the only thing I don't like about this being a tag team match is I don't like that the Grand Championship isn't on the line, because we see so many Grand Championship matches throughout, you know, basically throughout this entire year, and like they get to the pay-per-view and they're like, no, let's have this tag team match. Wait, what? Casey, thoughts on the Moose announcing his partner, which we obviously didn't know of. Obviously. Like, I mean, it was a shocker, I'll tell you.
This was the absolute worst surprise partner reveal ever. Oh my God.
Didn't he mess it up too? Like he didn't even like build it up, and he was just like the end.
Like, oh my God, D'Angelo Williams is Moose's partner. I'm so surprised. Oh God. I know it's not going to be a great match, but I will give it a chance. And I would rather him kind of stay around if he's going to, if he's doing all this training. I'd rather him stay around a little in wrestling than just to go right back to football. I don't want to see just another one-off match with a celebrity. I mean, how many other, athletes have we seen come into either WWE or Impact or whatever for one match? And it's like, it's cool, but we've seen it.
Kimbo.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it. I'd rather see somebody, okay, if you want to come into wrestling, okay, fine, but stay, actually, make your career in wrestling now. I mean, if he's not done with football, that's fine. Stay in football. I just don't want to see a one-off match. There's no excitement in that for me. So if he's going to come to wrestling, I'd rather him, stick to that and, put all of his time into that. But I'm definitely going to give it a shot. Hopefully it's better than I'm expecting it to be. But yeah.
Rabbit?
You said Eli Drake, he A1 platinum on the mic. Every time he touches the mic, it's gold. He's just like EC3.
You have to listen.
But then everybody else that was in the ring, once they touched the mic, they needed to drop it. And not in a good way. You need to drop it so you don't even talk no more. They terrible, man. Moose coming in, he terrible on the mic. Adonis, he was terrible on the mic. Moose, he ain't introduced my man right at all. He was bumbling that off the break. So, oh man, it was terrible. It was just terrible. They need to just give Eli the mic and just let him talk the whole time, because that was terrible. But I like when they had the little joint when he's working out, and Moose said some dumb stuff. He talking about some he done learn more than 2 weeks than most people learn 6 months. Like what? Come on, man, you can't just be saying dumb stuff. Dumb stuff like that, man. It was just ridiculous, right? But I like what D'Angelo Williams said. He said, I ain't want to just come in the ring and just push people. I don't like that either. Remember I was saying y'all before, when celebrities coming in, somebody come in, they just push them, or they just, what I'm saying? It's just lame. And I like when he said he wanted to do more than just push somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, man. That's cool. So if he learned enough to get away from just pushing a person and all that, that's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. So the segment itself was some trash. You know what I'm saying? If Eli Drake wasn't there, it wouldn't even had a heartbeat. So but other than that, I like I want to see this match though. I just want to see how D'Angelo Williams look. Other than that, it's terrible.
All right, let's jump into the main event. We had Lashley and E Sing 3 going up against James Storm. And who was the other? Oh, Alberto El Patron. I don't know why I forgot Alberto for a second. For some reason, I just did. CCC. I think it's that prestigious Global Force Championship. It just made me forget. Anyway, sorry, GFW. But, and any GFW fans, I apologize. But, I don't know. I thought this match was pretty good, but I also felt like it was missing something. I don't know what it was, but for some reason it was missing something. I'm not sure what it was. I liked when I like at the end when EC3 freaking grabbed the strap and just poor Stifler, man. Poor Stifler. This man gonna have freaking belt marks on his back forever. Like, he the only one that always get hit with the belt, and they still ain't acknowledge the fact that he got hit with the belt. At least Bruce ain't, bruh. But I mean, this was a pretty good match. I just felt like for some reason there was something missing. Like, I don't know what it was, but it was something missing. I definitely think early on Lashley was doing good in this match. Especially there was a freaking move that he escaped from that I really liked. I think it was like some sort of arm trap move that he got out of that I was like, bruh, how you do that though? I also thought the slap by EC3 to get himself tagged in was funny. Even though Lashley don't play that. Lashley don't play that, but he did it anyway. And it kind of continues to build that EC3 heel heat, I feel like. Even though it was on Lashley, but EC3 ends up getting his team disqualified with the strap thing, and then basically, I mean, it just kind of broke down, and we got Lashley versus El Patron, and then we got EC3 versus James Storm. So it kind of like showed a little preview of what you're gonna see in 2 weeks, I think, for Slammiversary. But pretty good match. I just felt like there was something was missing. I just don't know what it is or what it was. But Casey, thoughts on the main event?
This was I don't know. It was a good match. I don't like when they have a big pay-per-view coming up and they just throw, the 4 guys from the main events into a tag team match. I feel like they just do that too often. Not just in Impact, but they do in WWE all the time. I don't know. I do like that it kind of ended in disqualification. Kind of, still keeps that, one team doesn't necessarily have, isn't, going into the pay-per-view kind of with a win against them or anything like that. So it kind of, keeps the, anyone can win either match. But I'm definitely more excited to see kind of what happens at Slammiversary match. I just felt like the teamings were weird. To me, EC3 and Lashley as a team was a little weird, and James Storm and Alberto El Patron was just kind of weird to me. But they seemed to work well together, so I liked it.
All right, Rabbit.
Yeah, I mean, it was decent. It wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying? But the beast, the monster, the animal that is Lashley was the man, Some of the moves, even though we got a lot of people in the ring, he still, when he hold him up, man, with that when he drained the blood from the head and then drop, man, that's just nasty. When he drop you, just nasty. And he be hitting my man with the front cross chops over the ring, over the ropes, nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Then when he did that tilt-a-whirl front slam, nasty. Man, this boy a beast. For real. Lashley. Just started beating the ref. Like, what are you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? Just whooping him. Because he, in a way, he kept putting his finger in his face, too. Then he got Patron. He looked good in this match, too, though. Nice when he hit my man with a super kick after Cowboy. I think Cowboy missed the joint on Lashley. Then he came off the ropes and came back into Patron. Patron hit him with the no, it was the other way around. Cowboy kicked him with the super kick. Then Patron caught him with whatever kick he got. Everybody got super kicks. See what I'm saying? The same match. Unnecessary stuff. Well, it was smooth the way they comboed that with the 2 kicks. That was nice. Then we had I forgot when EC3 came in. He was on his knees like he was praying. Dude, funny, man. He just be doing some wild stuff, man. He's a funny dude off the break. Then when my man got speared in the corner, when he speared Cowboy, when Lashley speared Cowboy in that corner, that was nasty, man. Something about Cowboy, like I've been telling y'all for the last month or something, man. I don't know. There's something missing here with him, man, that I don't know. He ain't what he used to be. I understand age sometimes, but I don't know if he needed to redo his character into something different. There's something missing with him, man. Or last his wrestling
Well, it seems like Rabbit's cutting out a little bit. But I know he was mentioning that it seems like something missing with the James of the Storms. Yes.
I think for me, I think it's just he's been in Impact for so long, and it feels like they've done everything they can with him, with his character. But I think he's been there so long that you can't just repackage him. Like, he's established in Impact.
Yeah. I mean, they can bring back the Revolution. Just saying.
There's always room for one more.
But, yeah, that was your Impact Wrestling review, unless Rabbit comes back and wants to give those final thoughts on, I guess, James Storm. Oh, speaking of Rabbit, he's back.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep going up. Yeah.
What were you saying about James Storm before we leave the good people?
It's something about James Storm this last, I say, month and a half, 2 months, man. It's just off with him. His wrestling is like mediocre. It ain't gotten to the point where I understand age sometimes catch up with you, but he's not dead. It's just something about James Storm is not where he used to be. And I don't know if he out of shape or mentally he ain't in it. Something is not the same as he used to be, man. And it throws me off because I'm used to watching him more energetic and more crisp with his moves, and he's not dead, you know. And he's just something about him is missing. I don't know if he needs to redo his character into something different, like as you get older, do something different, or it's just him mentally. But other than that, it's just the match itself. I just wasn't feeling.
Well, that was your Impact Wrestling review for 6/22/2017. Tomorrow we got the Friday Night Fight Up review. Also got the breaking news on Mauro Ranallo. Well, breaking.
Well, we got Tournament of Death coming up. It's coming up. It is.
What?
Yeah, the TOD.
Yeah, eventually. But other than that, we will see you guys on the next one, which I don't know what order any of those videos are going to be in, but we'll see you guys then. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for us as usual. Follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Also follow Rabbit at Rabbit313 on Twitter as well. He'll talk to you wrestling all day. But other than that, we'll see you guys next time. We do hope you guys enjoyed. This was your Impact Wrestling review on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic.